Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another helpful and friendly episode of Super English Talks. I'm so happy that you are here with me today. Thank you for giving me your time. This is your moment to learn, to practice, and to grow. You are doing something good for yourself and for your English, and I am here to help you step by step. My name is Jara, and in this podcast we talk about useful topics in simple English. The goal is always the same: to help you understand English better, speak with more confidence, and learn something important for your life. You don't need to be perfect. You only need to keep going. Every time you listen, you improve. Every time you practice, you grow. Today we are going to talk about a very important subject: mental health. Maybe you have heard these words before, or maybe this is new for you. Some people are not sure what mental health really means. That's okay. Many people don't fully understand it. That is why we're going to talk about it today in clear, easy English. So, what is mental health? And why is it so important for all of us? Mental health is about the health of your mind. Just like we all have a body, we all have a mind. And just like we need to take care of our body, we also need to take care of our mind. Our mental health affects how we think, feel, and live. It touches every part of our life. When your mental health is good, you usually feel calm, happy, and ready for the day. You can deal with stress in a healthy way. You can enjoy time with friends and family. You can focus on your goals. You feel strong inside. But when your mental health is not good, things feel more difficult. You might feel sad, worried, tired, or even angry. Sometimes you may feel alone, even if other people are around you. You may look fine on the outside, but inside you feel heavy or weak. This is why mental health is so important. Some people believe mental health is only about being crazy or about mental illness. But this is not true. Mental health is not only about problems or sickness. It is something we all have, just like we all have physical health. Sometimes our body is strong, and sometimes we get sick. In the same way, sometimes our mind feels strong, and sometimes it struggles. Both are normal. Let's think of a simple example. Imagine you wake up in the morning. If your mental health is good, you feel ready to start the day. You have energy. You feel hopeful. You can plan what to do and move forward. But if your mental health is not good, you may wake up and already feel tired. You may not want to leave your bed. You may feel worried for no clear reason. Even small tasks, like making breakfast or going to school or work, can feel heavy. That's what poor mental health can look like. So, why don't people talk about this more often? One reason is fear. Another reason is shame. Some people are afraid to say they feel sad or worried because they think others will judge them. But here's the truth. Mental health is a normal part of every person's life. It is not something strange. It is not something to hide. Taking care of your mental health is just as important as brushing your teeth, eating healthy food, or exercising. In this episode, we will explore what mental health really means, why it is important for everyone, how to notice when your mental health is not good, simple ways to take care of your mental well-being. And don't worry, I will not use difficult or complicated words. I want you to feel relaxed while listening. You can pause at any time, repeat a part, or even write down some sentences. Remember, this is your journey. Every time you listen, you are improving your English and also learning something valuable for your life. So take a deep breath, sit back, and let's begin our journey into understanding mental health together. When your mental health is strong, everyday life feels lighter. You wake up in the morning, get out of bed, and start your day with energy. Maybe you eat breakfast, go to school, or go to work. You talk to people, solve small problems, and even enjoy little moments like smiling at a friend, laughing at a joke, or drinking a warm cup of tea. These small things feel good when your mind is healthy. But when your mental health is not good, things feel very different. You may not want to get out of bed at all. You might feel tired, even if you slept for many hours. You might not want to talk to anyone, or you might feel nervous and worried without knowing why. These feelings are not something to ignore. They are signs that your mental health needs care and attention, just like your body needs care when it feels weak or sick. To understand this better, let's compare mental health to physical health. Physical health is about your body, your heart, your muscles, your bones, your skin. When you eat healthy food, drink water, sleep well, and exercise, your body stays strong and full of energy. But if you don't take care of your body, if you eat poorly, sleep too little, or never move your body, your health becomes weak and you may get sick. Mental health works in almost the same way. If you take care of your thoughts and emotions, your mind becomes strong. How do you do that? By talking to people you trust, by resting your mind, by doing activities you enjoy, and by asking for help when you need it. These habits keep your mind healthy. But if you feel alone all the time, if you hide your feelings, or if you live under constant stress, your mental health may become weak or tired. This is completely normal, and it can happen to anyone. That's why we must remember, everyone has mental health. Yes, everyone. Just like all of us have a body, all of us also have a mind. Some people may have very strong mental health. Others may struggle more often. And sometimes the same person can feel strong one week, but very low the next week. That's okay. Mental health does not stay the same every single day. It can go up and down just like our energy or our mood. Another important thing to know is this. Mental health is not only about problems. Many people think that if we talk about mental health, we are only talking about sadness, depression, or serious illness. But that's not always true. Mental health is also about the good side, about feeling hopeful, balanced, peaceful, and full of energy. When your mental health is in a good place, you connect better with other people, you focus on your goals more easily, and you enjoy your daily life with more peace inside. So, to put it in very simple words, mental health is the way your mind feels. It is how you think, how you feel, and how you live each day. Just like your body needs food and water, your mind needs rest and care. Just like your body needs exercise and movement, your mind needs peace, connection, and understanding. And just like your body can sometimes get sick and then recover, your mind can also go through hard times and then heal again. Please remember this. Having mental health problems does not mean you are weak, broken, or less than others. It simply means you are human. It means your mind, just like your body, sometimes needs extra care, love, and support. And that is completely okay. So now that we understand what mental health is, let's move to the next question. Why is mental health so important? Stay with me, because this next part will help you even more. Mental health is important because it touches every part of our life. It affects the way we think about ourselves, the way we see the world, and the way we connect with other people. When your mental health is strong, you feel more in control of your life. You can face problems without feeling too overwhelmed. You feel hopeful about the future. You are focused, motivated, and ready to move forward. But when your mental health is not in a good place, even small things can feel heavy. A simple task like making breakfast, doing homework, or sending a message can feel too hard. You may lose interest in things that used to make you happy. You may feel like giving up. Let's break this down step by step. 1. Mental health and your thinking. When your mental health is good, your mind feels clear. You can make decisions more easily. You can solve problems step by step without feeling too stressed. You are able to think positively and trust yourself. You believe in your abilities. But when your mental health is poor, your thoughts may turn negative. You might doubt yourself. You may feel like nothing is working and everything is too hard. Even simple choices, like what to wear or what to eat, can feel confusing or stressful. 2. Mental health and your feelings. Good mental health gives you emotional balance. That means you can feel happy when something good happens, and you can feel sad when something bad happens, and both are natural. Your emotions are not too extreme. But if your mental health is not okay, your emotions may feel out of control or completely flat. You may cry a lot, feel empty, or get angry very quickly. Sometimes you may even feel nothing at all, like you are numb inside. 3. Mental health and your actions. Our actions are shaped by how we feel inside. When you are mentally healthy, you are more active and open. You talk to people, you take care of your body, and you manage your time better. You can go to school, go to work, or help your family with more energy. But poor mental health can make you pull back from life. You may stay in bed all day. You may stop talking to people. You may avoid your responsibilities. Life can feel like it is standing still. For mental health in school or work. Good mental health helps you concentrate. You can remember things more clearly. You feel creative and productive. You can also work well with other people, share ideas, and solve problems as a team. But if your mind is full of stress or sadness, it is hard to focus. You may forget things easily. You may feel nervous about asking for help. This can create difficulties at school, at work, or in your studies. 5. Mental health in relationships. Our mental health also affects the way we connect with people, our family, our friends, our coworkers. Good mental health makes it easier to listen, to show kindness, and to build trust. It helps us have strong and healthy relationships. But when our mental health is poor, relationships can suffer. You may argue more. You may feel distant from people. You may feel alone even when you are surrounded by others. 6. Mental health and stress. Life is full of challenges. Sometimes we have too much work. Sometimes we lose someone we love. Sometimes we feel pressure to be perfect or successful. Stress is a normal part of life. When your mental health is strong, you can deal with stress in healthy ways. You can take a deep breath. You can ask for help. You can take small steps forward, one at a time. But without strong mental health, stress can feel like a heavy mountain that you cannot climb. Problems feel bigger than they really are, and it becomes hard to see any solution. When your mental health is weak, you may feel stuck or break down under pressure. It becomes harder to move forward. Finally, mental health also plays a big role in the decisions we make. Every single day, we make many choices, some small, some big. What to do, what to eat, what to say, how to respond to people, where to go, and how to act. A healthy mind helps you think clearly before you decide. It helps you understand your own needs and respect your values. When your mental health is good, you don't act only from emotion. You pause, you think, and then you act in a way that helps you. But with poor mental health, decision-making becomes more difficult. You may make choices too quickly and regret them later, or you may avoid making choices at all. Sometimes, you may make decisions that hurt you or the people around you. So, as you can see, mental health is part of everything in life. It affects how we think, how we feel, and how we live. That is why we must give it attention just like we do with our physical health. A healthy body supports a healthy life, and the same is true for a healthy mind. A healthy mind helps us create a life that feels meaningful and happy. Now that we understand why mental health is so important, let's look at some of the most common mental health problems that people face. Remember, you are not alone in this. Many people all over the world go through the same experiences, even if they don't always talk about them. Common mental health problems. These are issues that almost everyone faces at some point in life. It's important to know that these problems are normal. They do not mean that something is wrong with you as a person. They simply mean that your mind, just like your body, needs a little extra care and rest. It doesn't matter if you're young or old, rich or poor, male or female, anyone, anywhere, at any time can experience these mental health challenges. Let's begin with one of the most common ones: stress. Stress. Stress is what we feel when life puts too much pressure on us. Stress happens when something feels too hard to handle or when we have too many things to do at the same time. You might feel stressed before an exam, before a job interview, when you have too much work, or when you are worried about money or your future. Stress can affect both your body and your mind. When you are stressed, your heart may beat faster, your muscles may feel tight, and your thoughts may move too quickly. You may feel like you cannot relax, even when you are at home. For example, imagine you have a big test tomorrow, but you haven't studied enough. You feel nervous, your hands are cold, and your mind keeps repeating, "What if I fail?" That feeling is stress. Now, here's something important. A little bit of stress is normal. In fact, small amounts of stress can even help you stay alert and motivated. For example, a little stress before an exam may push you to study harder. But too much stress, especially if it lasts for a long time, is harmful. It can hurt your body, your mind, and your overall mental health. Anxiety. The second common mental health problem is anxiety. Anxiety is a strong feeling of worry or fear that doesn't go away easily. It is more than just feeling nervous before a test or before speaking in public. Anxiety stays in your body and mind, even when there is no real danger. People with anxiety often think too much about the future. Their mind imagines the worst possible outcome, even if everything is okay. For example, imagine you walk into a room full of people. Suddenly, your heart starts to beat very fast. Your hands shake. You feel like everyone is looking at you or judging you, even if they are not. That is anxiety. Some people have anxiety about talking to others. Some feel anxious about going outside, traveling, or even making small decisions. Anxiety can make you feel tired, stuck, and scared. Depression. Another very common mental health problem is depression. Depression is more than just feeling sad for a day or two. Everyone feels sad sometimes, but depression is when sadness stays for a long time, weeks, months, or even longer. It is a deep feeling of emptiness or hopelessness. When someone is depressed, they may lose interest in the things they used to enjoy. They may stop spending time with friends or family. They may feel tired all the time, even if they rest. Some people with depression also have trouble sleeping, or they may sleep too much. For example, imagine someone who loved playing football or painting. But after depression starts, they no longer want to play or paint. They just stay in bed or sit quietly, not finding joy in the things they once loved. That is how depression can change daily life. Depression can happen to anyone, and it doesn't mean you are weak. It means your mind is going through a very hard time and needs care, support, and sometimes professional help. Depression. Depression is more than just feeling sad. Everyone feels sad sometimes. That is normal and healthy. But depression is when that sadness does not go away. It stays with you for weeks or even months. When a person is depressed, they may feel empty inside. They may lose interest in things they used to enjoy. Life can start to feel meaningless or without purpose. Depression also makes the body feel heavy and tired. A person may eat too much or too little. They may sleep too much or not be able to sleep at all. For example, imagine someone who loves music. Every day they listen to songs and it makes them happy. But when depression comes, they stop listening. Music no longer feels the same. Or think of a student who always did well in school. When depression starts, they may stop doing homework, stop studying, and their grades begin to fall. Depression can also make you feel alone, even when you are with people. Some people don't even realize they have depression. They only know that they don't feel like themselves anymore. The good news is this: depression is treatable. Many people recover with the right support, care, and help. You do not have to stay in depression forever. Loneliness. Now, let's talk about another common mental health problem: loneliness. Loneliness does not always mean being physically alone. It is more about what you feel inside. You might be surrounded by people, friends, family, coworkers, but still feel like nobody understands you. Or maybe you don't have anyone to share your thoughts and feelings with. This can happen for many reasons. For example, if you move to a new city or country, you may feel lonely because you don't know anyone yet. If you lose someone close to you, you may feel lonely because there is an empty space in your life. If you spend too much time online but not enough time talking face-to-face, you may also feel lonely. Loneliness can make you feel invisible, like no one really sees you or cares about you. Over time, loneliness can affect your confidence, your happiness, and even your physical health. But here's the hopeful part: loneliness can change. With time, support, and small steps, like reaching out to someone, joining a group, or trying a new activity, you can start to feel connected again. Remember, it is important to understand that all of these problems are common. Stress, anxiety, depression, loneliness. These are things that many people in the world have felt. It does not matter how strong, how smart, or how successful someone is. Mental health problems are simply part of being human. Having these problems does not mean you are weak. It means you are going through a hard time. And if you are going through a hard time, you deserve support, care, and understanding. The most important thing to remember is this: you are not alone. If you feel like something is wrong inside, please know that many others have felt the same. And many have also found ways to feel better again. Signs of mental health issues. Now that we know about some of the most common mental health problems, let's talk about something very important: how to notice the signs. These signs are like little messages from your mind and body. They are signals that tell you something may not be okay inside, even if on the outside everything looks fine. The first sign is feeling tired all the time. Of course, everyone feels tired sometimes, especially after a long day at work or school. That is normal. But when you feel tired every day, even after a full night's sleep, it could be a sign that your mind is not well. Imagine waking up in the morning and already feeling exhausted. You don't want to get out of bed. You don't have energy for breakfast, school, or work. This kind of tiredness is different from normal tiredness. It is a sign that your mental health may need attention. You may sometimes feel heavy, weak, or slow every single day. This kind of tiredness is not just about the body. It can also be your mind's way of saying, "I need help." Imagine waking up in the morning and feeling like you have no energy to start your day, even though you slept the whole night. That is often a sign your mental health needs attention. Another common sign is losing interest in the things you used to enjoy. For example, maybe you love music, football, or spending time with your friends. Normally, when your mind is healthy, these things make you feel happy and alive. You look forward to them. But when your mental health is not okay, those same activities may not feel enjoyable anymore. You stop listening to music, you don't want to play football, or you cancel plans with friends. Not because you are busy, but because you just don't care anymore. That loss of interest is a clear signal that something inside needs care. A third important sign is when your sleep changes a lot. Sleep and mental health are very closely connected. When you are mentally well, you usually sleep 7 to 9 hours, fall asleep without much trouble, and wake up feeling rested. But when something is wrong, your sleep patterns can change. Maybe you lie awake at night, your mind running with endless thoughts. Maybe you wake up in the middle of the night and can't fall back asleep. Or maybe you sleep for many hours but still feel tired the next day. Some people even sleep most of the day just to avoid facing their worries. If your sleep is often too little or too much, it could be your mind showing you it needs support. Another big sign is not wanting to be around people. Human connection is very important for our mental well-being. When you feel okay, you naturally like to talk, laugh, share stories, or simply sit with others. But when your mental health is struggling, you may start avoiding people. You stop answering messages, you don't want to go out, or you feel like no one understands you. Sometimes you may even think you're a burden to others, so you stay alone. Of course, everyone needs alone time once in a while, and that's normal. But if being alone becomes a constant pattern, it can actually make your mental health worse. If you notice someone who is always quiet, always by themselves, and not acting like they usually do, it may be a sign they are silently struggling. Other smaller but important signs include changes in eating habits. Some people eat too much when they feel stressed or sad, while others lose their appetite and eat very little. You may also notice someone crying often, getting angry quickly for no clear reason, or finding it hard to focus on school, work, or daily tasks. Each of these changes might look small on its own, but together they can show that someone is going through a tough time inside. It is also important to remember that not everyone shows their struggles in the same way. Some people smile, laugh, and act happy around others, even when they are deeply hurting inside. This is why kindness is so important. We never really know what someone else may be facing. If you notice these signs in yourself, it doesn't mean you are weak or broken. It simply means your mind is asking for care, just like your body does when it gets sick. And if you see these signs in someone else, a friend, classmate, or family member, you don't have to fix everything for them. Sometimes, the best thing you can do is simply be there, listen, and ask a gentle question like, "Are you okay?" That small act can make a huge difference. Remember, noticing the signs early is the first step toward healing. Just like a small cough can warn you of a cold, these signs are your mind's way of saying, "Please pay attention to me." And the good news is, once we recognize these signals, we can take steps to feel better before things become too heavy. In the next part, we will explore how to take care of your mental health in daily life. We will look at simple, easy habits that can help you feel stronger, calmer, and more peaceful inside. You don't need big changes. Small steps can create a big difference. How to take care of mental health. Now that we've learned how to recognize signs of mental health problems, let's talk about something very important: how to take care of your mental health. Just like you brush your teeth to protect them or eat food to give your body energy, there are small things you can do every day to keep your mind healthy and strong. One of the most powerful things you can do is very simple: talk to someone. When you feel sad, worried, angry, or confused, don't keep everything inside. Talking to someone you trust can help more than you think. It could be a friend, a family member, a teacher, or anyone who listens with care. You don't need the perfect words. You can simply say, "I don't feel okay," or "I just need someone to listen." Speaking out loud helps release the pressure inside your heart. Sometimes just knowing that someone understands you can make you feel lighter and more hopeful. Another important step is to get enough sleep. Sleep is not only rest for your body, it's healing time for your mind. When you sleep well, your brain thinks more clearly, and your emotions are easier to manage. Try to sleep and wake up at the same time every day. If you use your phone at night, switch it off 30 minutes before bed. Your mind needs quiet time to relax. Most people need 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night. When you rest well, you feel calmer and more balanced the next day. Eating healthy food also supports your mental health. Food is fuel not only for your body, but also for your brain. Try to eat more fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and drink plenty of water. Avoid too much sugar or junk food, especially when you're stressed. Eating well keeps your energy steady and helps your mood. For example, having breakfast every day can give you focus and reduce stress in the morning. Another great way to care for your mind is to move your body. You don't need to run a marathon or go to the gym every day. A short walk, dancing in your room, stretching, or doing simple exercises can make a big difference. Physical activity helps your body produce happy chemicals that boost your mood. If you're feeling tired or sad, try going outside for just 10 minutes. Fresh air, nature, and movement can refresh both your body and your mind. It's also important to take breaks when you feel tired. Life can be busy, school, work, family, social media, but your mind needs rest too. Don't wait until you're completely exhausted. Take small pauses during the day. Close your eyes for a few minutes, breathe deeply, stretch your arms, or drink a glass of water. A short break can help you return stronger. This isn't laziness, it's kindness to yourself. Another simple but powerful habit is to practice mindfulness or relaxation. This means paying attention to the present moment without judgment. You can try breathing slowly, listening to calming music, or sitting quietly while noticing your thoughts. You don't have to stop your thoughts, just watch them come and go, like clouds in the sky. Taking care of your mental health. You don't need to make big changes to take care of your mind. Small steps done every day can make a very big difference. For example, you can say to yourself, "I am safe. I am calm. I am doing my best." Even just 5 minutes of quiet time can make your mind feel more peaceful and clear. Another helpful thing is to write your thoughts in a notebook. Sometimes our feelings get stuck inside. When you write them down, you give your emotions a place to go. Writing can help you understand yourself better and let go of stress. It doesn't need to be perfect. You can write one word, a few sentences, or even draw. What matters is expressing yourself. It's also important to do things that bring you joy. This can be something very simple like reading a book, listening to your favorite music, drawing, playing with a pet, or watching something funny. These small moments of joy are like little gifts for your mind. They give you energy, hope, and a reminder that life can be light and beautiful, even in hard times. When you make time for joy, you are telling yourself, "I matter. My happiness matters." Another step is to spend time with people who make you feel safe and happy. You don't need to be surrounded by many people. Even 1 or 2 people who care about you can make a big difference. Positive and supportive people can lift your mood, listen when you need to talk, and remind you that you are not alone. If you sometimes feel lonely, you can try joining a class, a club, or even just saying hello to someone new. Small steps like this can grow into strong, meaningful connections. Remember, taking care of your mental health does not mean making big, perfect changes all at once. It means choosing small, simple things each day that help your mind feel safe, calm, and strong. Some days will be easier, and some days will be harder. That is completely okay. The most important thing is to be gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself the way you would talk to a friend, with kindness and patience. Every small step you take matters. Drinking water, going for a short walk, asking for help, taking a nap, smiling, or even taking a few deep breaths. These are not small things. These are signs of strength. They are ways of showing love and care to your own mind. So, I want you to pause for a moment and ask yourself, what is one small thing I can do today to care for my mind? Maybe you will take a short walk. Maybe you will call a friend. Maybe you will write your thoughts. Or maybe you'll sit quietly for 5 minutes. Whatever it is a good step. And every step counts. When and how to ask for help. Now that we've talked about how to take care of your mental health on your own, let's also talk about something very important. When and how to ask for help. Sometimes, no matter how hard we try, we still need support from others, and that's completely okay. Many people believe that asking for help means they are weak. But the truth is the opposite. Asking for help is a sign of strength. It shows that you understand yourself and that you care enough about your mind to want to feel better. Strong people are not the ones who do everything alone. Strong people are the ones who can say, "This is too heavy for me. I need someone beside me." We all go through difficult times. Maybe we feel sad for too long. Maybe we feel worried, afraid, or angry and don't know how to stop. Maybe nothing feels right and we don't even know why. When this happens, one of the best things you can do is talk to someone. Talking helps you release your feelings. It also helps you see the problem more clearly. Sometimes, just saying the words out loud can make your heart feel lighter. So, who can you talk to when you need help? You can start with someone you trust. This could be a family member, your parents, brother or sister, cousin, or even an aunt or uncle. They may not always have the answers, but they can give you love and support. Just sitting beside someone who cares about you can make you feel safer and less alone. You can also talk to a friend. A good friend is someone who listens without judging you, someone who stays with you even when you're not feeling okay. And remember, you don't have to say everything at once. You can start small with just a few words like, "I don't feel okay," or "Can I talk to you?" That little step of reaching out is already an act of courage. You don't have to say everything at once when you ask for help. You can start very small. For example, you can say, "I've been feeling really tired lately," or "I just need someone to talk to." That is enough. You don't need perfect words. A real friend, someone who truly cares, will listen to you and try to be there for you. If you are a student, your teachers can also be people you talk to. Teachers are not only there to teach subjects like math or English. Many teachers also care deeply about how their students feel. If you are having a hard time, your teacher might not have all the answers, but they can support you or guide you to someone who can. You don't have to share every detail. You can simply say, "I'm not feeling okay." That small step can open the door to help. Another very good option is talking to a doctor or a counselor. These are people who are trained to understand mental health. They know how the mind works, and they know how to help when someone is struggling. You don't need to wait until things feel too big or too serious before asking for their help. You can talk to a counselor even if your problems feel small. Sometimes sharing your feelings early is the best way to stop them from growing bigger. In some places, there are free hotlines, mental health centers, or support groups. A hotline is a phone number you can call or text when you are in need. Support groups are spaces where people who are going through similar problems come together to share and encourage each other. Talking to people who understand your feelings can give you hope and strength. You realize you are not alone. It's very important to remember this. You are not a problem. You are a person who has a problem, and problems can be solved. You are not broken. You are human, and humans need each other. Needing help is not something to be ashamed of. You don't have to hide your feelings behind a fake smile. You don't have to pretend to be okay when you are not. Real courage is telling the truth about how you feel and letting someone support you. That is how healing begins. So the next time you feel lost, tired, or low, don't stay silent. Don't wait for things to get worse. Take a step. Call a friend. Speak to a teacher. Visit a doctor. Share your feelings with someone you trust. There are people who care, and there are people who want to help you feel better. Myths about mental health. Now, let's talk about something very important. Myths about mental health. A myth is a belief that many people think is true, but it is actually false. These false beliefs can be very harmful. They can make people feel ashamed, scared, or too embarrassed to ask for help. That's why it's so important to learn the truth and stop believing these myths. Myth 1. Only weak people have mental health problems. This is not true at all. Mental health problems can happen to anyone. Strong people, smart people, rich people, poor people, men, women, young people, old people. Everyone has a mind, and everyone can feel stress, sadness, fear, or pain. Having a mental health problem does not mean you are weak. It simply means you are human. Even the strongest people in the world, athletes, doctors, teachers, leaders, can struggle with their mental health. In fact, it takes real strength to say, "I'm not okay and I need help." That is not weakness. That is courage. Myth 2. Mental health problems never go away. This is also false. Many people believe that if you have a mental health problem, you will always have it. But the truth is, mental health problems can improve. With the right support, care, and sometimes professional treatment, people can feel much better. Healing is possible. Many people believe that if someone has anxiety or depression, they will always have it for the rest of their life. But that is not true. Mental health problems can get better. With the right help and care, recovery is possible. Different people heal in different ways. Some feel better by talking to a friend or a counselor. Some need a doctor's support or medicine. Some improve through rest, sleep, exercise, or small daily changes. Just like a broken bone can heal, the mind can also heal. It may take time, patience, and support, but many people who once felt lost or hopeless have later felt strong, happy, and full of life again. Myth 3. You should just be happy and stop thinking too much. This may sound simple, but it is not helpful. People with mental health struggles cannot simply choose to stop worrying or stop feeling sad. It's not about deciding to be happy. It's something deeper inside that needs care and attention. When we tell someone just smile or don't be sad, they may feel even worse, like their pain is not understood. Instead of giving quick advice, we can show kindness. We can say things like, "I'm here for you. Do you want to talk?" Support, patience, and listening help much more than simple words. Myth 4. If someone looks fine, they must be fine. This is also not true. Some people hide their pain. On the outside, they smile, laugh, or act strong. But inside, they may feel very sad, stressed, or lonely. Many people do this because they don't want to worry others or they feel ashamed of their feelings. That's why it is important not to judge people just by how they look. If someone seems quiet, tired, or acts differently, it may be a sign that they need support. Sometimes the people who seem the strongest are actually the ones who need help the most. Myth 5. Talking about mental health makes it worse. This is not true at all. In fact, talking about mental health is one of the best ways to feel better. When we talk, we share our feelings, we learn new ideas, and we realize we are not alone. Silence keeps people stuck. But when we speak, we begin to heal. Talking does not make mental health problems worse. It makes them lighter and easier to carry. So, why do these myths exist? Mostly because many people do not know enough about mental health. They feel afraid, confused, or shy to talk about it. But when we learn the truth, we can help ourselves and others feel safe, supported, and understood. And here's something powerful. You can be part of the change. You can learn, share, and support. You can speak kindly, listen openly, and remind others that mental health is just as important as physical health. Final thoughts and encouragement. We have now come to the end of today's episode. Before we say goodbye, let's pause and remember what we have learned together. We started by understanding the basic meaning of mental health. We learned that mental health is about how we think, how we feel, and how we act. It affects every part of our life, our relationships, our work, our mood, and our energy. We also saw that just like we take care of our body, we must also take care of our mind. Good mental health helps us stay calm during stressful times, enjoy the good moments in life, and build strong connections with others. It supports clear thinking, kind actions, and balanced emotions. Then we explored some common mental health problems like stress, anxiety, depression, and loneliness. These feelings and challenges are very normal. Many people face them at different times in their lives. Feeling stressed, anxious, sad, or lonely does not make you weak or broken. These are normal human experiences, and it's okay to feel them. What really matters is that we learn how to understand our feelings and take steps to handle them. We also talked about the signs that your mind might need extra care. Feeling tired all the time, losing interest in things you normally enjoy, changes in sleep, or not wanting to talk to people. These are all ways your mind may be asking for attention. Noticing these signs in yourself or in someone you care about is the first step toward feeling better. Then we learned about simple ways to take care of your mental health every day. You don't need big changes. Small steps can make a big difference. Talking to someone you trust, getting enough sleep, eating healthy food, doing some physical activity like walking or stretching, taking small breaks when you feel tired, practicing relaxation, mindfulness, or breathing exercises. Each of these small actions helps your mind feel stronger and calmer. We also discussed asking for help. It is completely okay to reach out when you are not feeling okay. Asking for help is not a weakness. It is a sign of strength and self-respect. You can talk to friends, family, teachers, doctors, or counselors. Simply sharing your feelings or saying, "I don't feel okay today," can make a huge difference. Finally, we talked about some common myths about mental health. Some people believe that only weak people have mental health problems or that these problems never go away. But these ideas are not true. Everyone can face hard times, and with support, care, and small steps, people can feel better and stronger again. So, here is the most important message I want to leave you with today. You are not alone. Your feelings matter. Your mind matters. Taking care of your mental health is one of the best things you can do for yourself. It is not always easy, and some days will feel harder than others. But remember, you're stronger than you think. Healing is possible. Growth is possible. A better day is always possible. Take small steps. Be kind to yourself. Rest when you need it. Talk when you feel heavy. Smile when you feel light. Life is not a race. It is a journey. On this journey, your mental well-being is your companion. The more you care for it, the more peaceful, strong, and happy you will feel inside. Before we finish today, I want to leave you with a simple question. What is one small thing you can do today to take care of your mind? It does not have to be big or difficult. Small things can make a real difference. Maybe you can go for a short walk outside. Talk to a friend or family member about how you feel. Write down your thoughts or feelings in a notebook. Take 5 slow, deep breaths and just sit quietly for a few minutes. Any of these small actions is helpful. The important thing is to take one small step for yourself today. I want to thank you very much for listening to this episode. I am really happy that you joined me to learn about mental health. It is a very important topic, and I hope you found it useful, simple, and easy to understand. Taking care of your mind is very important, and by listening to this episode, you're already doing something good for yourself. Learning about your mental health is a strong and positive step, and you should feel proud of yourself. If you liked this episode, you can listen again. Listening more than once helps you understand better and improve your English at the same time. You can also share this episode with your friends, family, or anyone who might find it helpful. When we share good information, everyone can learn, grow, and feel better together. While you listen, I encourage you to speak out loud or repeat some parts of the episode. This is a very good way to practice your English speaking and listening skills. Try to say the words slowly and clearly. You can also write down new words or phrases and use them in your daily life. Practicing like this helps you get better, feel more confident, and remember what you learned. Remember, learning a language is a journey. Every small step counts. Be patient with yourself. Celebrate small successes and enjoy the process. Thank you again for being here with me today. Take good care of your mind and body. Remember that you are strong, important, and capable. I look forward to sharing more episodes with you soon. Goodbye for now, and never forget how important your mental health is.